Alright, hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here. This is going to be a reaction to Talentless Nana, Chapter 74, Time Traveler Part 3. So we start the chapter off right where the last one ended. Nana got to Fuko's house, but yeah, she'd already killed herself, so she lost hope. Kyoya's books were... or Kyoya's notebook that where her lifeline was suddenly stolen from her. How could I... After asking her to let me help her or be her leader again. So yeah, you got Nana morning, and then Psyche, she says, hey, you're back. I was thinking about snitching if you didn't come back, since I'm getting tired of this. Then Nana says, your ability lets you travel back in time, right? What's up with you? Why are you acting all meek all of a sudden? She was dead. Dead? You mean that Serrano girl? She hanged herself. And she's like, it's not my fault. All I did was ask Serrano about her relationship with you. And then she says, yes, I know I was a fool. And she's like, flustered, scratching the back of her neck, says, apparently you used to be friends. I'm surprised you're not a bad person after all. And Psyche says, nobody wants to make themselves look bad. And then Nana says, your ability takes us back to when we woke up the previous day. Can you travel even farther back in time than yesterday? And she says, no, only to the previous day. Previous day? In other words, if you used your ability now, we return not to today's date, but August 1st, which we've repeated twice now, but just July 31st instead. Yeah, I guess so. And Nana says, which means these past two loops, you waited for the date to change and use your abilities once it became August 2nd. And she's like, what's with all the questions? Makes me hope that using your ability repeatedly would allow me to travel even further back into the past. And then, yeah, she could save so many more people is what she's thinking. Like, Inukai and, yeah, or save Inukai from the slasher guy. Psyche says, it's not that convenient. And then Nana says, why not? Don't get ahead of yourself. If you've given up, tell me what you're doing, but if I tell you, you'll report me. Psyche says, you want to save your friend, don't you? And then she just kind of like closes her eyes and says, I want to save you too. But Psyche is like, what? And so she's like, save me from what? And then Nana says, are you satisfied with these circumstances? You were disturbed when you heard Serrano died. You have a heart. Please, won't you help me? And then, yeah, you see like the lines kind of closing. She goes, pfft. You couldn't have saved your friend. What are you talking about? This is so dumb. What can you do? Someone who can't even beat me wants to go up against the army? And then Nana says, there's no time for a talented to fight amongst themselves. And then she says, or Psyche says, it's not like I like the army, but I hate wimps who are all talk even more. And then Nana says, are you saying I have to beat you no matter what? And then she says, yeah, if you can. And then she says, fine then. Alright, and then goes and gets in bed and goes to sleep. And he's like, hey, you, confess already. Don't just go to sleep. Hey, in that case, I'll make it tomorrow. I'll make tomorrow today just like you wanted. And then I'll steal that bag from that Serrano girl. Once I hand it over its contents to Army, you're finished. Isn't that right? And so, yeah, she takes out a marker, draws another line on her. And then she says, she's fast asleep. Time travel my ass. No matter how hard I tried, it was all for nothing. Travel back in time to the previous day, huh? So the clock says 8/2, 1:34. So yeah, next day, Nana says good morning, and so yeah, now the clock says 8/1, 7:48. And yeah, Psyche says, now that you're on your third loop, you're awfully calm. Will you be following me again today? Or Nana says that. And then Psyche says, yeah, I got business with Serrano. The next time you try to run, I'll call the soldiers in the area right away. And so yeah, Kyoya shows up, knocks on the door. Nana's all sparkly. And it says, alright, let's go, newbie. has. And then he says, as watchmen, it's our job to patrol the city, right? I'll keep an eye out for any suspicious persons. And then Kyoya says, Psyche, you. And then Nana's like, it's unusual, right? Normally she lounges around in her room. And then Nana says, yeah, are you mad about something, Hiragi? And then Nana says, I know what you're trying to say, Kyoya-san. And then he's like, what? And then, yeah, Psyche's watching her thinking, what is this about? Why is she so calm? Serrano will show up soon. This time, I won't let her get away. And so yeah, she stand in the middle of the road like she did before. And then Kyoya's like, hey, Psyche. And then, yeah, you see that a car is actually coming. And Kyoya freaks out and yells, Psyche. And she says, shut up. And he says, the car will drive around me. And then it doesn't. It actually keeps going. And she's like, what? And then, yeah, Nana yells, use your head. Or one of them yells, use your head. And then Nana dives and pushes her out of the way. And he's like, hey, are you okay? And so, yeah, Nana saves her, hurts her arm, and says, I don't think I'll be able to go on patrol today. I'm leaving early. And then he's like, yeah, sure. Should I walk you home? And he says, Psyche's like, why? What's going on? And then Nana says, why don't you and I talk things out again? Today is August 2nd. And so yeah, that's where the chapter ends. Pretty good one. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment on it, subscribe. Check the links down below to my Twitter, Twitch, and Discord, and I'll see you later. So yeah.